It was going on a couple of weeks ago about being of service to other people. It's one of the real gifts that we get to have in this industry, is to make other people's lives better.
Years ago, I was up at the Groningen Drug Center for research, and I went to the hospital there uh, because my wife was getting a liver transplant at the time, and I ran into a well, she wasn't a young lady, but a middle-aged lady who she saw me and understood that I was there working with cannabis, and she says, "Can you get me some cannabis?" Because she was uh, she was dying of pancreatic cancer, which is not only really really difficult to beat, but it's one of the most painful deaths that can you can go through, and so I mean my company, we're breeding all these unique varieties of cannabis and everything. And what I did was I, I found her some cannabis the next day or two. I brought it to her. And, a few days later, I saw her and she just says, "Oh, I want to thank you." And I says, "Well, it's not going to be a cure." And she goes, "Yes, but what it does is it lifts my pain, me above the pain. So I don't have the pain, uh, just driving me down." And so she was able to, you know, uh, lift her spirits above the pain. And we as a company, we never dealt with patients that much. We were a medical research and development company, but what our end goal was to, because this was in the early 90s, was to bring cannabis back into Western medicine because it was not there at that time. And I think we were very successful at that, which helped a lot of patients further down the line.